go? It's your man Mike Bowens coming to you once again live and direct. I got another powerful message for you. This message is entitled The Power of Entrepreneurship. The Power of Entrepreneurship. Listen, this really came up in my spirit. I was laying down, sleeping, and it came right into my spirit. I believe the Lord dropped this in my heart to get this out to you. Listen, entrepreneurship is so powerful for the fact that now you are in a driver's seat. Now, when you become an entrepreneur, it's like you cut out the middleman. Your business can go as far as you see it going, and the work that you're willing to put in to achieving that. I hear so many people say to me, I've been putting out applications, I've been putting out my resume, and nobody will hire me. And I'm like, listen, sometimes you got to take a job, right, that you may not like, just to get your feet wet, just to get a little income coming in. But that job does not define you, right? It's honorable work. Some people are like, well, I'd rather sell drugs and work at, Walmart or work at. No. That's the wrong mentality, because now you're carrying work, you're carrying something that could put you in jail for life. And they're going to put you under the jail. It could be your first offense. Or we're giving you 25 years. You're like, that's my first offense. Don't matter. You don't understand that you're creating the image of God. You're not made to sell drugs. You're not made to kill and poison other people. You're made to worship and serve God. You're made to be prosperous. You're made to be healthy. You're made to be blessed. But you got to change how you think. And so you may take a job because you don't have the qualifications educationally to work at a Saks Fifth Avenue or a Goldman Sachs. And so you got to do something, right, to get you going. And so even if you take a job at Target or Walmart or something like that, there's nothing wrong with that. You got to start somewhere. And you take those finances, and now you invest it into your business, right? Little by little. And maybe you have to get 2 jobs like that, because the hustle is real. A lot of people say the struggle is real. I'm going to say the hustle is real, because this is the power of entrepreneurship. Nobody's going to make it happen for you. You're not born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Dad is not leaving you a trust fund, right? Mommy's not leaving you 10 real estate properties. So the thing is, you're going to have to say, you know what, I got to get a plan. The first thing you have to do is build up your faith in God, because without faith in God and in yourself, you can't do nothing. And I feel like a lot of people is trying to jump past that step and putting a plan together and going after something. And when they don't make it because of fear or whatever, or a setback, then they mad at the world. I tried that, I ain't doing that no more, bump that. Now you're going to a job and you mad at everybody. You mad at everybody. You mad at the supervisor, you mad at your co-workers, you mad at the people in the bus stop, you mad at people in the train station, you mad at people on the radio, you mad at other people who succeeded in their businesses. But let me tell you something, you got to develop your faith in God. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. You need somebody preaching faith to you on a regular basis. Right now I'm developing materials, and I'm going to put on my website downloadable CDs and ebooks, and a lot of those messages are going to have to do with faith and building your faith and how to trust God, how to believe God in a greater way, that you could download these books, download these messages, and listen to it in your iPod, read it on your phone, right? Listen to it in your car, because the more you hear something, right, is what you become. The more you hear it, the more you become it. And so that's the first step, is developing your faith. Secondly, is having a plan. You need a plan. So even if you have 2 jobs, one of those paychecks now goes to the bank while you're working, and the other bill is taking care of your bills. That means you can ball out. You can ball out while you're getting this money. You got to have discipline. I know most women be like, I just love these shoes. I just need to get this shirt. I just want these shoes. No, you want to stay broke. You want to stay in a cycle. You want to stay in the way things are. Because you rather look good so people can talk and say, girl, you doing it. You look good. Oh, where you got them shoes from? Or, dude, yo, you got that Benz? You got that Benz and you in an apartment paying rent, dude. Like, come on. We got to get it together. And I know some people probably going to be offended. I'm not trying to offend you. I'm trying to tell you the truth out of love, right? We got to make some changes. You're gonna be paying rent, making somebody else rich, and you got a Benz. What's up with that? So you driving and you look like you're more successful than you are, as opposed to going to a lot and getting a car that you could pay cash for, right? For like $3,000-$4,000. Maybe a Honda, maybe a Toyota, something you could pay cash for, and now you can drive around while you're building your business. Because hey, nobody can fault you because you got a Honda. So what you got a Benz? So what you got a Maserati or Bugatti? You really don't know how people got it, and you really don't know what they're paying per month. You don't know the sacrifices that they made or the sacrifice they didn't make, right? There's a lot of people right now who living up to debt to their eyeballs month by month, and they're barely making it. But it looks like they're doing wonderful. If they ever get sick or if they ever lose their job, everything's gonna crumble. So you can't go by what things look like. You got to go by what things really are. And so the power of entrepreneurship is you get to control your destiny, because now you're tapping into the gifts that God has given you, and now you're able to say, this is the gift that God has given me. Maybe you're a cook. Say, okay, this is the gift that God has given me. I'm going to save up some money. I'm going to get me a house, a 2-family house, and I'm going to make the downstairs into the restaurant, a takeout restaurant, and I'm going to live upstairs. Put my apartment upstairs, my bedroom's upstairs, but the downstairs, I'm gonna research my permit, my license, everything that I need, and I'm gonna make it so nice, and I'm gonna build this thing up. I'm gonna get somebody else with me to handle advertising, and I'm gonna cook, and I'm gonna read some books on marketing. I'm gonna read some books on advertising. I'm gonna read some books on accounting. I'm gonna find an accountant before I start this thing. I'm gonna find a lawyer before I start this thing. I'm gonna study other restaurants that were successful, and now I'm gonna save up 6 months worth of money, right? It's a plan, and then you gotta work that plan. So a lot of people, right, they'll go rent a place. Now they're paying rent for their house, and now they're paying rent for somewhere else. And when customers are not coming as fast as it looks like, or they hoped, or they anticipated, now they got to shut down, because it takes money to buy food every day. It takes money to have a staff every day. It takes money to pay for utilities every day. So you got to have a plan. And I say to anybody, look at your history. I studied Berry Gordy, right? Motown. When I say people get a 2-family, put your business there, they look at me, nah, that's not what I want to do. I want to do this, I want to do that. I'm like, study people before you. Look at Apple, where they started. Apple started in a garage. No overhead. So why are you starting businesses with overhead? They started with no overhead. Now they're a multi-billion-dollar company. I looked at that. Berry Gordy started Motown. He bought a 2-family with a loan from his family, bought a 2-family, and started the record company on the downstairs unit of the house that became one of the most successful independent record labels of all time. And especially for his time, he started the blueprint for, we talk about P. Diddy and Master P and E40 and Nipsey Hussle and Jay Prince. But let's talk about Berry Gordy. He started a successful record company that had Smokey Robinson, Diana Ross and the Supremes, the Jackson 5, Michael Jackson, the Four Tops, the Temptations. Now, to us, that might not mean nothing in this day and age, but if you take any record label now, independent record label, there's no one record label that has that kind of talent on it at one time. Not a one. Not your No Limits, not your Bad Boys, not your Rap-A-Lots, none of them. Because those people's music is still being played today. But he was the visionary that started that. And where he started that was in a 2-family house. So these are some of the things that you really have to take into consideration when you're starting a business. Like, maybe I could get a 2-family and live upstairs and put the business downstairs. Now you're paying 1 bill every month as opposed to 2, right? And so maybe for you it's real estate investing. you still want to get some multifamily houses because, hey, more than one tenant is always better than one. And so, listen, entrepreneurship is going to be the pathway to creating prosperity in your life for generation to generation. Listen, a lot of people want to argue with me about just having a job for 30, 40 years. I'm not mad at you. Some people have to work, and that's okay. It's honorable. You're taking care of your family. But if you go to the scripture, it says a good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children. I cannot leave a job that I work at to my children, but I can leave them property. So even if you're working at a place, you can't buy property and leave it to them. I can't leave my job to them, but I can leave businesses to them that they can run and take over. I hope this message inspire and encourage somebody, right? I could go much longer than this, but I like to keep the messages short so that you can have time to really soak it in. This is your man, Mike Bowens. I'm signing off until next time, saying be blessed.